Hey, good morning. It's Monday, so Miss Pegram's going to read the story to you. This is Nutik the Wolf Pup, and it's our review, and it's our last story. This is week 9 of homeschool, and so then next week we will just do, I'll just be sending out what you're missing, the work you're missing, and that's the way we'll finish up our school year. So it's been very different, and it's been not ideal, but we've made it through it, and we've worked hard, and I'm very, very proud of all of you, and especially you parents. You've done a great job. Hold on. Stop. Go on. All right, so we're ending with our most favorite story of the year. I think it was pretty much unanimous that all of us, myself and the kids, loved this story the best. So this is by Jean Craig Head George, and it's illustrated by Ted Rand, and this is a fiction story. It's made up, and the characters are made up, and the events are made up. Now, this is a little tricky because typically we talk about fiction and nonfiction by saying animals are doing animal things and people are doing people things. In this story, that's still true, but the author wants to imply how the animals and the humans, they understand each other, but they're not talking like Farfalina and Marcel talked. They're communicating in an animal way, and the people are communicating in people ways. Mr. Sean can't find his wallet. So, stop it. So it's just, it's still fiction. It's made up story to entertain us, and we learn a lot about Alaska, and my family has just got me off balance. They're like that. Sisters want me to throw her duck. Now on the computer. Okay, maybe she'll go. All right, so here we go. Nutik the Wolf Pup. See if that helps. In an Eskimo village at the top of the world lived a lively little boy. He was not very old, but he could run as fast as a bird's shadow. When he ran, his father, Capugan, the great hunter, caught him and lifted him high over his head. When he ran, his mother Ellen caught him and hugged him closely. When he ran, his big sister Julie, caught him and carried him home to tell him wolf stories. They're a sweet family. She told him how a wolf pack had saved her life when she was lost and starving on the vast tundra. The wolf pack's noble black leader had shared his family's food with her. The wolf's name was Amarak. The little boy's name was Amarak. One day, Julie came home with 2 pups. They were hungry and sickly. She put one in Amarak's arms. "Feed and tend this pup," she said. "His name is Nutik. I will feed and tend the other pup. I named her Ukak. When they are fat and well, the wolves will come and get them." Amarak hugged his pup. He felt the little wolf heart beat softly. He kissed the warm head. Now, one of the things, if you'll remember...
You got a sweatshirt on the couch out there, too.
Hey, Sean, I'm recording, baby. Remember, the boy's name was Amarak, and the wolf that saved Julie was named Amarak. So we talked about in class, that was the way that Ellen and Capugan, that's the way the parents showed their respect to this wolf pack for saving Julie. They named their child after him. So that's a detail that's just implied. It's the author doesn't tell you that, but that's a smart guess. That's something that a comprehension skill that you can put together in your mind as you read. Amarak, Julie said when she saw... Wait a minute, where are we at? Oh, I'm going out with a bang, huh? My pages are stuck together. Okay. Amarak, Julie said when she saw this, do not come to love this wolf pup. I have promised the wolves we return the pups when they are fat and well. Amarak looked into Nutik's golden eyes. The wolf pup licked him and wagged his tail. Julie frowned. Don't fall in love, Amarak, she warned again, or your heart will break when the wolves come and take him away. No, it won't, he said. Julie gave Amarak a bottle of milk to feed to his pup. Amarak wrapped Nutik in soft rabbit skins, and they snuggled down on the grizzly bear rug. Every day, Amarak fed Nutik many bottles of milk, bites of raw meat, and bones to chew. When the moon had changed from a crescent to a circle and back again, Nutik was fat. His legs did not wobble, his fur gleamed, and he bounced and whooped. When Amarak ran, Nutik ran. Summer came to the top of the world. The sun stayed up all day and all night for 3 beautiful months. Because of this, Amarak and Nutik lived by a different clock. They fell asleep to the gabble of baby snow geese. They awoke to the raspy hiss of snowy owlets. They ate when they were hungry. They slept when they were tired. And they played wolf games in shadow and sun. They were never apart. So, what is the sun doing for 3 months? It's staying daylight. So your body clock, when you have a 24-hour day, where we live, your body clock, when it gets dark and you start winding down, tells you when to go to sleep, and then the daylight brings you awake. They don't have nighttime. So their clock, he said, let's see, Amarak and Nutik live by a different clock, so that's what he's referring to. Don't fall in love with Nutik, Julie warned again when the midnight sun was riding low. I hear the wolves calling. Soon they will come for their pups. She looked at him. You've got to be strong. I am strong, he answered. I am Amarak. One morning, Amarak and Nutik were tumbling on the mossy tundra when the wolf pack called. They were close by. Come home, they howled. Nutik heard them. Ukak and Julie heard them. Amarak heard them. He got to his feet and ran. Nutik stopped listening to the wolves and ran after him. Amarak led Nutik as fast as a falling star. He led him down a frost heave, and he led him around the village schoolhouse. He led him far from the wolves. After a long time, he led Nutik home. Julie was at the door. Ukak has returned to her family, she said. The wolves came and got her, and Nutik is next. I am very tired, Amarak said, and he rubbed his eyes. Julie put him to bed in his bearskin sleeping bag. When Julie tiptoed away, Nutik wiggled into the sleeping bag too. He licked Amarak's cheek. The sun set in August. The days grew shorter until there was no day at all. Now it was always nighttime. In the blue grayness of the winter night, the wolves came to the edge of the village. When everyone was sleeping, they called Nutik. Did they call his name? No, they were howling. Nutik crawled out of Amarak's sleeping bag and gently awakened him. He took his hand in the mouth. Let me try that again. He took his hand in his mouth and led him across the room. He stopped before Amarak's parka. Amarak put it on. Nutik picked up a boot. Amarak put on his boots. Nutik whimpered at the door. Amarak opened it, and they stepped out into the cold. Nutik knows it's time to go back to his wolf pack. The wolves were prancing and dancing like ice spirits on the hill. Nutik took Amarak's mittened hand and led him toward his wolf family. The frost crackled under their feet, and the wolves whispered their welcome. Suddenly, Amarak stopped. Nutik was taking him to his wolf home. No, Nutik, he said, I cannot go with you. I cannot live with your family. Nutik tilted his head to one side and whimpered, Come. Now, did Nutik really say the word come with his mouth? No, when just like sister right now is telling me, I want you to throw my duck. I know what she wants me to do, but she's not saying it with words. She's barking at me and implying that that's what she wants me to do. So Nutik tilted his head to one side and whimpered, Come. You must go home alone, Emmerich said, and he hugged his beloved wolf pup for a long time. Then he turned and walked away. He did not run, and Nutik did not chase him. I'm very strong, Emmerich said to himself. He got home before his tears froze. Emmerich crawled into his bearskin sleeping bag and sobbed. His heart was broken after all. At last he fell asleep. Julie awoke him for breakfast. I don't want to eat, he told her. Last night the wolves came and took Nutik away. You are a strong boy, she said. You let him go back to his family, and that is right. Amarak did not eat lunch. Sometimes when we're sad, we just can't eat, right? When Capugan took him out to fish, he did not fish. Tears kept welling up. That means that his eyes filled with tears, but they never did roll down his face. Tears kept welling up. He ran home to hide them in his bearskin sleeping bag. It was surprisingly warm. Up from the bottom and into Amarak's arms wiggled the furry wolf pup. Nutik! Amarak cried joyfully. He hugged his friend and glanced at Julie. Instead of scolding him, she stepped outside. Dear wolves, she called across the tundra, your beautiful pup Nutik will not be coming back to you. He has joined our family. Amarak loves Nutik. Nutik loves Amarak. They are brothers now, and he cannot leave. As if listening, the wind stopped blowing. In the stillness, Julie called out clearly and softly, I shall take care of him as lovingly as you took care of me. And the wolves sang back, that is good. So, the story about Julie is called Julie of the Wolves, and it is the same author. Now, I think it's more like a 4.0, maybe even a 5. But if you're interested and your grown-ups think that that's okay, that's a very, very sweet story, too. All right. I'll be on Dojo with your assignment, guys.